Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. I just want to let you know, because I think you know already, but I just want to bring more attention to what is happening to the children in our school systems.
Dog, yam your supper. Because these people don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about people's lives.
Look at the quality. Look at my hands. Cause my hands are not small. And look at my hands. And look at the size of the tomato them. Right here that we're looking at. Look. No man, there has to be some. Look here, so again. Watch him. Look tomato. Look tomato. Yeah?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. I'm your host Julie Reaction, and I hope you're doing fine wherever you are. So ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a serious conversation about something affecting thousands of young Jamaicans. Across the highland, many university graduates are packing their bags, leaving behind their homes, their families, their dreams, in search of opportunity overseas. And the big question is, why is this happening? So guys, kindly watch this combination of clips till the end, and I'll be back with more discussion. All credits goes back to the original creator of the video, and this video is for education purposes only.
If you get sick in Jamaica right now and you don't have any money, dog, yam your supper. Because these people don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about people's lives. So make sure, say, you have up your money.
Why is it so hard to get a job in Jamaica, right? Yeah, we apply to all 10 jobs and not one reach out. You, me attack you. But see, for me, I wrote down every single job I applied to, and it summed up to about 56. Can you imagine 56 jobs me applied to and not one? Guys, I have an associate's degree and I have one bachelor's degree. I am currently doing my bachelor's degree right now. I'm on my last lap. And right now I feel like give up because guess what? I put in so much work. I try to apply for at least one entry level job, but they say, oh, you need 100 years experience. You see me? 100 years experience I need. I want entry level. That makes sense? I mean, how me I go gain experience if me not get the work? I want entry level job, bro. It just don't make no sense. We know people who have 3 or 4 degree and I apply to how much are jobs and can't get one. Can't get one. I mean, understand, see, at the bottom, it usually say, yo, at the job listing, it usually say, only shortlisted people will be contacted. But brother, at least tell me, say, sorry, you have not met the criteria. At least, brother, me write down the amount of job me applied to between this span of last year and this year. And guess what? Not one reach out to me. Guys, me just can't understand this. Me can't understand this, brother. Me have one engineer degree and me currently I do an IT degree. And not one can reach out to me, brother. Sometimes I feel like the system just rigged. Them just know the people them who they want to choose to get the job long time, like years before they put out job listing. Me not understand this, bro. Guys, let me know if it makes sense. We finish the degree or continue it. Because me know when me done the degree, I'm ready for actually put in twice the amount of work I did I put in while doing the degree. Me can't get no job. Now tell me if it makes sense. Tell me if it makes sense. Tell me if it makes sense. And I see how much, you know, much college students are left school now, and university students, UE, UTech, UCC, Mobicom, all of the other colleges, probably over 2,000. And probably out of the 2,000, only 2 can get job. That makes sense? We can't understand this.
Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. I just want to let you know, because I think you know already, but I just want to bring more attention to what is happening to the children in our school systems. What is happening, what is taking place is very alarming. And yes, if we don't address it, Almighty God, may Jesus have mercy upon we. Because what is taking place in the school system, I know one normal something. I don't think it normal, but it don't normal. My best friend and I went into a specific school today, a high school, and I'm telling you, tears. My best friend teared up today, and tears come off me. I actually kind of used to it. And it's sad to say, you know, I can even say that I'm used to it. But I see it. I've been seeing it. What is happening among our children? And not normal. We sat today or we stood rather today and we walked and we saw every child, every boy child, especially that passed us today, they looked similar. They look similar in walking. They look similar in demeanor. They look similar in dress. And it never look good. Everybody has swag. Everybody them pants jep at them waist. God bless if you were past us today whose pants were on their waist in the school system. Everybody had a kerchief wrapped somewhere. For you see picking them in a school, guys. For you see the picking them, the children them we are got school where we say they are the nation's future. If future not look good. And let me tell you something. They are being heavily influenced by the negativity around them. You see this scamming mentality that is taking over Jamaica. We don't see that it is creeping into schools and the children are looking up to these negative role models. When the children, the boys passed us today and they had their gun fingers, you don't know what I mean? They might walk past and their fingers were cocked at a specific way, like they're handling guns. And peradventure, they're not handling guns. But the negative influence around them is so great. And they don't know how to resist it. The darkness is so great around them. They don't know how to resist this. For you see the boy them? For you see them from young to old. We stopped 2 boys today. They were in about seven form, and they were just rocking like the bad man swag, and their pants were, one of them pants couldn't lock to how he depend feet in waist and a schoolie in you know. And we stopped them and I said to one, "You are so handsome." And then I turned around and saw the other and I said, "You both are so handsome." And my friend and I were there encouraging them and telling them that they need to lift up their heads and they don't need to look like the older boys. For you see the older boy picking them in a school system. For you see the boy them how them beard up and then look like criminals. God Almighty. I am calling on the Ministry of Education. I don't know what una go do, but what una do right now, it is not helping in our function well. I am calling on the churches of Jamaica who no need to get up and come out and go in a school system because me I tell you say in there look dark. In there look dark. The children are being influenced. The future no look good. When you ask the boys what they want to be when they grow up, they say one entrepreneur. And I keep saying I was saying, reasoning with my best friend, I said, what do they mean entrepreneur? What is this entrepreneur? Because when you venture to question them further, they don't understand what they're talking about. They don't know where them attack say. They don't know what it need to get to entrepreneurship. But then along the way, because I realized that the answers were becoming similar. Along the way, I recognized that this is not the entrepreneur who we used to. The thing that is catching them is that they don't want to work. They say they don't want to work for anybody, but they don't know how to explain that. But they don't want to work. And when we reason, I say entrepreneur. Oh, a chopper they mean. Entrepreneur. They don't want to work. That's where their mindset is. They don't want to work. And they've been seeing these men in the society, little boys who just left high school. I drive Benz, I drive GLE, I drive all sorts of something, and they've never worked. And that to them is an entrepreneur. They don't know what we mean. It's not the same entrepreneur that we learned about in high school. And I see him think them a reference. Ask them. Stop a boy today and ask him or tomorrow what he wants to be, and you hear him say entrepreneur. One boy amazed us. One boy amazed us because he had a vision for his life. He said he wanted to be an accountant. He said he had a skill already because his father is a mechanic and he has learned the trade, and he wants to advance his father's business, so he wants to become an accountant. That's the only boy today who understood what he wanted to be, who knew how to articulate what he was thinking. Everybody else looked like chopper in high school. Me not go joke. Me not exaggerate. It was so sad today. Tears came to our eyes. It was so sad today to see the little boy from grade 7 up to grade 11, how they were walking, how they looked, their pants were at their buttocks in our school system. Their fingers were cocked as if they're holding guns. The kerchief wrapped around them in the school system. Guys, the future look dark. The future look dark, and when you leave from Kingston schools and you go to Clarendon schools and you go to Westmoreland schools and you go to all these schools, you see a similar trend. You see the walk looks the same. You see the talk looks the same. You see the demeanor looks the same. And I'm not cute. I was calling my nephew the other day because him take up for him good school pants, go take it in, because there's a look, there's a swag that everybody's running down and he no look cute. And I said to him, the little nerd boy when me used to from primary school, where's that little boy? He said, if a nerd me want him become. And I said to him, at least, I said, do you know what a nerd is associated with? A book. Book is what nerd is associated with. Them a boy picking you especially. And then you have the girls following the boy picking them in the school system, like when you're in a community and you see the Dan have a bag of yes men and yes women around them. I saw you looking at school system today, guys. I mean, not exaggerate. I saw you looking at system. It no look good. Ministry of Education, it no look good in there. Educators, it no look good in there. Be careful of who not call for come public speak to the children in the school system. Because when they look at these lives, they never work a day in their life, but them a drive big fancy car and they don't have businesses and they don't have organizations. Where them a get this money from? Be careful. Be careful. Churches of Jamaica only need to get up. God Almighty. Me I tell you, say look dark in there. It look parents on need to get a better hold on the children. Day before yesterday we saw some children in a particular place and they not turn good. Who no cock up with man, who no have cliff run it. Lord God Almighty, Jamaica, who no see. Jamaica, who no see what go on, we do not picking them. Who no see. And I sit down every day and I laugh. And don't you see that the enemy is so strategic, because he's placing and he's strategically placing a male in every household that does chopping now. Look and see if you don't see what going on. So there is a negative influence right now in every household. And I'm not just the chopping mentality me I talk about. It's the lazy mentality where picking them no know where they want to be in their life. They picking them not have a vision for themselves. They picking them not aspire for nothing. They're lazy. All them a go to school go do a chat to them friend and yam on lunch money. God bless if the minority will understand what this life is about, understand what they want to be. Jamaica, we're in a very dark place. Because the children them no look good. When you not see out on the yard wagwan, the children them no look good, the system no look good. Rise up and take action, else we are go suffer. We are go suffer.
Hey everybody, I have a genuine question. These are for people who are in the real estate market in Jamaica, or if you purchase house in Jamaica, or if you're planning to purchase houses in Jamaica. I have a question. Who prices this stuff in Jamaica? I mean, if you leave it up to a homeowner, they're going to say, yes, I want $50 million for my house, or I want $100 million for my house. But I've seen apartments where people were saying this apartment, they're selling it for $50 million. And it would be a 1-bedroom. Or if it's like a bigger bedroom, there'll be maybe like a 3-bedroom in a high rise. That apartment is $150 million or $100 million. Who's first of all, who's buying that? Second of all, in terms of real estate, it's really on par with buying a house maybe somewhere in New York City. So I have a question. Who's pricing it and why the price is so?
Jamaica, I go tell you this, brace on yourself here. See the Cuban them gone home now.
health center full already, and the 2 little nurse them are down here. Them can't manage, and the whole of the Q1 them I pack up and go home. This is prosperity, so just a selfie prosperity. You know normal Jamaica right now. You know normal. Remember me tell you that, I don't care what nobody wants to say. We need government to have backbone. We don't want a jelly back government. Remember that.
Jamaica's housing prices are getting ridiculous, and then on top of that they're putting all the prices in USD to make it not seem so bad, but it's literally horrible. Like I saw it was a 2-room 1 bed for almost 3,000 US. What is going on? And the thing is, right, it's just getting worse, and I'm seeing more apartments being built, more spaces being open for rent. And I'm just like, nobody's going to be able to afford these. Like, there were some apartments that I saw being built, and I saw a billboard for them. Some of them were going for like 1.something million USD, and they were like sold out before they were even on the market yet. They were pre-bought. And people are wondering who's buying these houses. Businesses are buying these apartments just so they can rent them out, right? And that's the issue with Jamaica. There's too many people renting spaces now. Let me tell you guys something. There is a game, right, that can be played where you build cities. And they just came out with a new version that is a lot more realistic, where you can like help with jobs and housing prices and stuff like that. And they had an AI play that game. And what happened was that eventually there was a housing market crisis because nobody could afford housing in the city. And do you know what the AI did? Got rid of landlords. And that fixed the problem. And people are going to come into my comment section and talk about, oh, but landlords are here to boost the economy and blah, blah, blah. Landlords do nothing but live off of your paycheck, right? There is no reason for landlords to exist. And let's live in a world where they do exist. There needs to be some restrictions on being able to charge certain amounts of rent. They can't just be out here charging these ridiculous prices just because they feel like it. Because at the end of the day, people need housing. The housing prices are too high. People are not getting paid enough in Jamaica. Electricity is ridiculous. Like, how are the Jamaican people meant to prosper? Not just live. How are the Jamaican people meant to be successful and live a happy life when this is happening? I personally don't really believe in landlords and don't want them to exist because they're terrible for the economy. But if you're gonna come in here with some uneducated talk about landlords, I really don't care. Come at me with some statistics before you open your mouth.
Mr. Fly Green, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Minister of Agriculture and Rather. Right in Genus, Doncaster, St. Elizabeth, we have Mr. Stewart right now in his 2-meter farm right here in St. Elizabeth right now. There has to be some level of solution towards this sort of problem that we have in Jamaica now. First it was cucumber. Now we have a crisis with tomato right now. The farmers have the produce. The ministry, the minister, the government is asking the farmers to go into production. And when the farmers go into production, we realize it's a recurring problem in Jamaica over and over and over the years. We have been facing this problem. Look at this tomato tree right here. Jamaica. Me not never got to talk. I can see for myself. Look tomato. I can roughly count. Why? About 300 tomato. Yeah. If I not more. In this one little spot. Look here. Look here. Yeah. Look at this. And the amount that is under the tree there is like grape. Look at the other tree here right there. It's no exaggeration. Look here. Look at the quality of the tomatoes under here. Look. Look at this. Look tomato. Right now the farmers are at a level of frustration right now that the government have to try to bring some serious measures in place. Look there. because these things cannot continue. Look, no market. Don't matter where over the island we check. Oh, look at the quality. Look at my hands. Cause my hands are not small. And look at my hands. And look at the size of the tomato them. Right here that we're looking at. Look. No man, there has to be some. Look here, so again. Watch him.
Look tomato.
Look tomato.
Eh?
Jamaica and I don't make up store businesses. Look tomato. Look here. Look tomato. No man. Look here. Look tomato. Look. Man said the tomato beer till it can't. It's difficult to explain. And the farmers are doing their part. You understand me? I constantly see Minister Fly Green going on the platform and in the media and glorifying, praising the reduction in the cost of ground provision. But Minister Green, with this is an unsustainable approach that the farmers are in right now, because how much farmers can be sustaining their crops, sustaining themselves and their families with this type of crisis that we're in. First it was cucumber, then watermelon took the same down peak as well. Now it's tomato, scotch bonnet, same thing. There's so much things. The farmers are exhausted right now because they don't know what to plant. You understand me? Look. You understand me? So I think it's more than appropriate for Minister Green to have some town hall meetings in Clarendon, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and St. Catherine, all these parishes sent and try to see how best we can come up with some solution. Because if this is going to continue in Jamaica, what you're going to realize, people are going to stop the farming. And we have to resort back to the full 100% importation. And that only means that we're going to get substandard ground provision, vegetables and stuff like that, substandard. Because we're not getting grade A products here in Jamaica, not even grade B. You understand me? Yes, and it's a long time in storage. And if we can get the fresh things from here in Jamaica, we have to try and come up with some solution, man. We cannot be looking at these things and putting a blind eye to it. It doesn't make any sense. You understand me? The farmers are frustrated right now, really, really frustrated. Even myself as a farmer, really, really frustrated. You understand me? We're not complaining. You understand me? Because most of these farmers that you see in St. Elizabeth here, from Melissa Blue, not even a pack of seed nor a bag of fertilizer they don't get, and they're not complaining. You understand me? They try and come back, rebound, you know, trying to build some sort of level of sustenance for them and their families. But with this, people can continue. And under this type of situation right now. You understand me? So yes, Mr. Prime Minister and Minister of Agriculture, something has to be done, sir. You understand me? Right now, the farmers are at a breaking point right now. Real breaking point. You understand me? From the massive losses from Hurricane Melissa, we know that nobody cannot do anything about that aspect of it, because that is a natural occurrence. But this that we're seeing now, there are solutions for this problem. This is tomato. Tomato can make ketchup. Tomato can make tomato paste. So that there's a lot of things that tomato can do. You understand me? There's a lot of value added things that tomato you know, can help to boost our production in those aspects, like in the manufacturing industry. Why are some avenues or some linkages are not being created for us or for the farmers and cold storage facilities? You know, to be promoted to the farmers. So these things are necessary. You understand me? This is a man-made disaster we're seeing now. Melissa was a natural disaster. This that we're seeing now is a man-made disaster. You understand me? So coexistence is necessary. You understand me? Communication is necessary. It's not only good to go and tell end users, consumers that prices are going down. Prices are going down, but at other people's expense. You understand me? What the sense? We look for one-sided aspect of society, because so the people that are supposed to be creating the consistency for us to be consistently getting these items here locally, they're the ones that are suffering. So all of these things that you're seeing now is a whole short-term thing. You understand me? And this will definitely affect our foreign currency, definitely. You understand me? And our balance of trade. You understand me? With this situation, we're definitely looking at trade deficit. You understand me, sir? That's all I have to say. I hope this reach the necessary people. You understand me? Although we try to reach out many times to the necessary people, but nobody seems to be listening. You understand me? So the next step is for farmers to just pack up and just stop the farming and probably leave Jamaica and go other countries where people appreciate them. You understand me? Because farmers in Jamaica are not appreciated, and a full time now a stop put to it. Yeah, man.
I hope you have watched those combination of videos till the end, and you have seen how majority of university graduates, young university graduates, have come out in large numbers, and they have raised the issues that they are facing right now in Jamaica. And now so many young people are growing in an environment where education is no longer seems as the safest path to success. Instead of them being inspired by teachers, doctors, nurses, farmers, professors, and engineers, they are being inspired by social media, lifestyle scammer, and this what many of them are calling it quick a money mindset. And this is spreading a dangerous message to the society right now. And if we allow this to continue, for sure we are going to lose our young generation when we are still watching. While and these young people have raised some challenges that they are facing right now, and I want us to go through them together. And the first thing is youth and education, and we have seen so many of them are youths, and majority of them are complaining about education. Imagine someone spending some years in the university, sacrificing his time, his sleep, and his money in order for him to acquire a good life in the future. But upon graduating, he realized that there is barely jobs out there awaiting for him. There is even none in that instance, and this one has sacrificed a lot during that university period, to be surprised or to discover that there is no job out there, or if there is job, the employees are requiring or requesting for years of experience. How can you request for a graduate, a young graduate, someone who has not even stayed out of university for 3 to 4 years? You are asking that person to provide the years of experience so that you could employ that person. You see, it's difficult, and these people are now being frustrated. They are regretting, why are we going to school in first place? Why is the government sponsoring these universities while they fully know that there is no jobs out there? And this is the one of the most reason we're seeing these people leaving their countries. They are going overseas to find opportunities, to find jobs, because these people are saying that when we are staying back in our countries, the jobs that there are those small local jobs, those tiny jobs that they don't suit our personality. That's why they are leaving to go overseas to find opportunities, they are preferring to be working on a low paying job overseas than in their own country. And this is really affecting these people. Imagine a country where there are no nurses, there are no teachers, there are no doctors, there are no these big plants operators, countries that there are no teachers. Where is that country heading to? And now that is the place that Jamaicans are heading to, because these people are leaving their countries to go to seek for opportunity in other countries, because right now in Jamaica there is no job. Let us speak the truth, there is no job, and now it's highly time for the government of Jamaica to invest majorly in creating jobs opportunity, because when they create these job opportunities, these people won't leave. They will have jobs, and they will encourage the younger generation who are behind them to study hard, to be like them, because they have jobs to do. They can't come out and encourage people to go to university to study hard while they are suffering looking for jobs. They can't do that. Another challenge these people are suffering from is housing crisis. The young Jamaicans are saying that now the house rent is really high, it's increasing on a daily basis, and they don't have that money, or they don't have jobs to pay the house rent, and the house owners are increasing rent daily, and these people, they don't have money to sustain them. They don't even have jobs. Many of them are depending on their families for stability, and when they are being increased with rent, they are suffering, because they can't even afford to support their family back at home, to support the people who are looking upon them. And it's high time for government to have a plan for house crisis now in Jamaica. And another challenges these people are facing is agriculture instability. We have seen farmers coming out in large numbers and crying because their crops are being rotting in farms. They don't have market to sell, or they have market but they are selling on a loss. They can't sell their products on that stable price that they should be selling, and this is really affecting them, because these people invested majorly in those farms, and this is affecting even these young graduates, because others, they studied the agriculture, but when they see this, they give up. They say that they don't want to be involved in such a situation, because these people have invested their money, their time, their energy, and ending up regretting and losing everything. So these people are saying that we don't want to be involved in agriculture, and we know if Jamaica will invest highly in agriculture, the food crisis will end. It's highly time for the government to intercede in agriculture, and to support these farmers, and to provide a market for their crops. So guys, what is your view on this? What do you think about the government of Jamaica with these young university graduates? It's highly time now for the government to create job opportunity, to create empowerment, so that these people would stop looking for opportunity overseas and find jobs in their country and support their economy. So if you have enjoyed this discussion, kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment. See you in my next one. Love.